Hello everyone, and welcome back to RPG Maker MZ. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for joining me. So last time we did some database editing, created a new Smith, if you remember the Smith. And today we're going to move on to mobs and so forth. Let's go in, and then we're going to load up the tutorial. So we go on. So let me just close this quickly first. Okay. So we click on tutorial, go down to enemy characters or symbol encounters at step 16, and we start there. We say yes. We load our previous project. Alrighty then. First thing we're going to do is we're going to place some treasure chests, and we're going to make some some mobs around the area so that we can fight them. We'll use encounter symbols and different things like that. We make sure that we're on the stone cave, and we're going to find some places to look for this to put the treasure chests. The tutorial suggests we use 2.23. That's a pretty good spot. We right click on it. We say quick event creation. Click on treasure. We make it an item, add a TP potion to it. We say okay. And then we're going to create another one, perhaps here at the bottom. There we go, right behind this little, what is that? Tree thing. Tree. We're going with tree. We right click on 1523. We say quick event creation, treasure. We add a mega elixir, the mega potion. Create, say okay. And then we're going to place a couple more chests. Let's look for a place to put them. A good spot I would say is here by the fountain. Maybe we put an enemy over here. So we say quick event creation, treasure. We add a nice weapon, perhaps something on the list here, something good. Let's add a crossbow. It's okay. We go to the entry here. Right click there. Let's create another one. Let's do armor. We add. Let's do bronze breastplate. Yes. So that. Create one more here by the boss. Let's create a couple here by the boss so that we have some really cool items. So we create treasure, we create a weapon, get the weapon. Let's get I think mithril sword. Yeah. Add another one here. Make maybe a mithril rod for one of our mages. At the back here, we create one armor. Let's get a nice armor. How about sage robe? There we go. Give them a good robe. That's all. Okay, so now we've got some good loot. Perhaps add one more here at the back. Quick event, treasure. Let's make it an item. Give them a resurrection vial. And then we're going to place some mobs everywhere so we can fight them. We'll create some typical weaklings, dungeon mobs. We're going to use symbol encounters, and we're going to go over how to do that. First, we're going to do a symbol encounter, which isn't like a random encounter. Random encounters are kind of like Pokemon, when you run through the grass and there's a chance that, like, I don't know, a Rattata or some shit will show up. That's a random encounter. What we're going to create first are we're going to create normal encounters. So we say next. We're just going to have a look at how to create random encounters first. We right click on Stone Cave. We say edit. And in this tab over here, you'll see I have troops. I did this a little bit earlier just to test it out. So we double click on the troops, on the encounters, and here you can add troops, entire map, or specify by region ID and the weight. value that affects the frequency at which the troop is encountered. For now, we're going to leave it as is. Over here, under the general settings, you've got the scroll type, which is whether they wrap around from one side or the other. We're just going to leave it at no loop. And then encounter steps. That's how many, so it'll take that many steps for you to encounter one of these bosses. We just say okay, or we just leave it at as is. We say cancel. And now we're going to focus on symbol encounters. We'll create some near some of the treasures that we've made, and we're going to create like 3 or 4 for now, and then we're just going to copy paste them. Let's go over to the first treasure, which is here by the beginning of the map, I believe it was. Then we're going to place it at 423. Where's 423? 423. There. Yeah. Oh, it's right next to the first treasure. So okay, we're going to do that. Double click on there, and we're going to call it enemy. Let's call it dungeon enemy. Dungeon enemies. We say okay. We create an image for it. So it'll say create flame from the list, but I want monsters. I want cool things that look cool. So what do the goblins look like? I wonder if there's even a goblin one here. I see like a weird wolf guy, zombies. I guess I'll go under monster and just choose this weird zombie thing. Yeah, we'll just choose that. We'll say the movement type, autonomous movement. So select autonomous movement, and we make it approach. Then at the trigger at the bottom, we create, instead of action button, we say event touch. We're going to leave the frequency as is, and we're going to leave everything else as is. Double click on the contents. We go to the third tab. We go into battle processing, and then we're going to select the goblin number 2. We make sure that that is set. We say can escape, so that you can escape, and we also check can lose, so that if you die, you die. This is hardcore mode, bro. So we go under if win, we double click, we go to the second page, we say play sound effect, and then let's go look for a good sound effect. Collapse 1, it's a pretty good one. It's okay. Double click the next line, we erase the event. This way, once we kill the enemy will disappear. Okay. If we escape, we double click, we switch to the first tab, we control self switch, and we say self switch on A. And that way we'll create a situation where we have a little bit more time to get away if we can't fight him. We say new page, we set it to self switch A, we say next, we change the image, we go select the same guy, zombie man, and we're going to set it so that it stays a few seconds before it'll start chasing us. So we say through, we select trigger button, instead of it being trigger button, we set it to parallel. We go to the contents list, double click there, go to the second tab, we set the movement route, select this event at the top left hand side, we select this event. We change the opacity on the bottom right hand side. We change it to 128. We say OK. We click wait, and we leave it for 120 frames. We then change the opacity back to 255. We say OK, and then we select OK. We double click the next line. We switch to the first tab. We select the self switch A, and we switch it off. We say next. And then this way, once it's off, or once we've run away, it'll wait for a few moments, and then it'll start chasing us again. But it'll flicker. We say OK. All right. So with parallel processing, the event will usually only execute afterwards, and the player can't move while that's happening. This way, if you run away, you can still move while all this is happening on the page. That's why we leave it at parallel. Okay. Okay. We duplicate the symbol. So we go back to this guy. We right click on it, copy it, and we're going to put it somewhere else. Let's look for 1222. There we go. Paste it at the new location. We double click on it. We right click on the battle processing. We edit it. We change it to magic shroomies. Make sure that escape and lose is on. Double click the image and we change it to something cool. Same thing on both sides. We say OK. So we make sure it's same as character and parallel. Everything else is the same. We say OK. And the next one is going to be right next to the boss. So we scroll up. And we're going to look for 12.7 here. We press paste. We double click. We're going to double click, right click on the battle processing. We edit. We change it to the magic shrooms and crow times 2. We say OK. Change the picture. Let's look. Magic shroom and goblins times 2. We leave it as goblin, I think. Yeah, that's good. Go to the second tab. I think same thing. We just leave it as goblin. We say OK. And then we go over to our database so that we can change the rewards and all the XP and things. We go to the database. Make sure that we've selected the enemies tab. From the goblins, we see that the rewards, the XP is over here, the gold is over here. Let's change the image of the goblin first. Okay, we scroll down. So it looked like a zombie kind of vibe. I do believe there might be a zombie here. There we go. That's good. So it's a zombie. Let's change the name to... No, let's leave the name. I'm just going to call it... Same with the magic shrooms. Let's just change it to look like that little... There we go. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is. It's fine. So we change the rewards. We make it so that the goblin is... Let's give ourselves 50 XP. No, let's give ourselves 100 XP. Things are expensive. Give 20 gold. We make drop items. We say item. We select our potion. We say probability of 1 and 2. Then we say OK. Okay, we can configure up to 3 items per enemy. So we do a couple of items. We do item TP charge. Why not? Probability of 1 out of 2 again. We say OK. And we go over to the magic shrooms. We change the XP to... I think they're stronger than the goblins. Let's check. Yeah, they're stronger than the goblins. So we make it 150. And we set the gold to 50. We drop item, magic water. So magic water. Probability of 1 out of 2. So okay. We add another item, the stimulant. What did we call it? Yeah, resurrection vial. So again, 1 out of 2 chances. We say okay. And then we say okay again. We go over to normal town. We go over to the house. We right click in front of our bed. We set a starting position so we can initiate the game. We save. And then we run a playtest. We say new game. Cool beans. Here we are. What a lovely morning. Let's go on an adventure. Yes, let's do that. Should have actually just tested it in the... Yeah, it's fine. Let's run. So we're skipping all the treasures and everything for now. I just want to test... Let's just test the bosses or the mobs. So let's see. 50 steps should give us... Let's check. Treasure. A bronze breastplate was found. Sweet! Let's put it on. We equip on the main guy. We say optimize. That way it automatically gives us the best gear. We close. We keep walking around. Oop! There we go. Random encounter. 2 of the bird things. Let's attack them. Let's just finish this. Let's see if we can escape. Ah, we were unable to escape. Let's try again. There we go. We found an escape. Okay, so that works. Oh, these guys, will he chase us? Is he chasing us? Yes. Okay, so he does. We do get into it. Oh no, this is goblin, but it looks like a zombie. Let's run away. We got away. Cool. And then there we go. Ah, awesome. That works. We found a potion. Bad guy over there. Random encounter again of 2 harpies. But they're called magic shrooms because I'm an idiot. Let's escape again. Alright, that works. We can save our game. Restores. No, I don't want to save. But we still restored all our health. Awesome. We press close. And that's the one. And that's the end of that episode. I'm going to go into the boss details on the next episode, and we're going to add some more loot, perhaps change the database a little bit more. So please stick around for the next one. Please do remember to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, for coming here. It's been a lot of fun so far. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!